Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you how I actually make this ready to wear dress. If this is what interests you, keep on watching and let's get started, okay? And if you're new on this channel, please kindly click on the subscribe button below and hit on the notification bell so that you can be part of this family. Thanks for watching. So this is the upper part and this is the down part, but I'm working with the upper part first, so I'm going to keep that down part aside. So I have this, I'll keep it aside. Now I have the facing. Here is the facing for the front or the upper parts. So I'm going to work with the fabric itself. I have both the front and the back piece together here, and I'll be working with the right and wrong side of this fabric because of white nature. This. So here is the back piece, okay? So I have the width for the back piece to be 17 inches, while the length 10 inches. Also for the front piece, here is the front piece. I have the width to be 15 inches, while the length also 10 inches, okay? So right now I'm going to fold it this way, okay? Like I said, I will be working with the wrong parts. So I'm going to fold this back piece also like this. So then after that I'm going to place the front piece on the back piece. So as you can see, you discover that this one is the zipper seat. So right now I have 4 pieces all together. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I will be using white chalk. Please pardon me for this. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do here is to mark the neck width. I'm marking the neck width of 2.5 inch, okay? Now I go ahead and mark the depth of the back piece. The depth, I'm using 0.75 inch for the depth. Now for the depth of the front neckline, I'm using 2 inches, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and connect these lines to the neck width. And that is what I'm doing right here. So after this, I go ahead and mark half of the shoulder length for this dress. I have it 11 inches divided by 2 plus 0.5 inch, making it 6 inch. So I'm going to mark 6 inches right here. That is for the shoulder length. Then I go ahead and mark the length of the armhole. I'm using 5.5 inches, okay? So I'm going to mark it. I'm going to connect it down to the shoulder line. After this, I go ahead and mark 1/4 of the bust circumference for this dress, and is 7 inches. So I go to the down part, I reduce it by 0.5, so it means I'm marking 6.5 inch here. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and connect this line to the bust point. You can see, so I'm going to mark 0.5 inch here for shaping. So after this, the next thing is to go ahead and cut. But before then, I'm marking 0.5 more as my shoulder slope. So I connect to the neckline or to the neck width. So after this, I go ahead and create my armhole curve. I make an armhole curve right there, as you can see. So right now I'm done. I'm only left with cutting, tracing the line which I've marked on this fabric, okay? After cutting the neckline, I go ahead to cut the shoulder slope. Then I move on to the armhole and cut it, then to the side, to the seam sides. So right now I'm going to open what I have. Then before then, I'm going to also trim the down parts. Then the next thing I'm going to do right now is to open. So this is the back piece. I'm going to open it because it's going to have a zipper. Okay, so I go ahead and open. Now I have 2 pieces for the back piece. Now for the front piece, I'm going to reshape the neckline depth. You know, the neckline depth for the front is 2 inches. Okay, so after this, I will also go ahead and then now open it, so I have it that way. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, here is the facing, so I'm going to trace using the fabric to cut the facing, and this is what I achieve. Okay, that is for the front. For the back, I also do the same, using the back piece to cut out exactly the facing, and this is what it is. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to place the facing on the main fabric and seal the neckline. I will also do likewise to the back piece, and this is what it is. Then I sew from the neckline down to the zipper part. Okay, like this. So this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to just go ahead and make little cuts around this neckline, so that it will be very easy for me to turn to the right side. Now this is what I have after ironing. So the next thing I'm going to proceed is to sew the shoulder line. So I'm going to place it carefully. The stitches must be facing each other. I'm placing it carefully, as you can see me doing on the screen. Then I sew. So the same thing is applicable to the other side. So I'm placing the joining the same side on each other, then I sew. So after this, for better understanding, I think I have to place it very well. That's why I'm flattening it. So I'm repeating what I've just done, just for better understanding. So I place it right on the table like this. Then you can see what I'm doing right now. So just for you to understand better what I've just done. Can you see? So right now I'm done joining the back piece to the front piece. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to make a little cut. I'm going to cut off the center of the shoulder, cut the excess off at the center point. Okay, so be careful in this at the juncture. Make sure it doesn't get to the seam line. Okay, just the excess before the seam line. So I cut it off, and this is for a purpose. Okay, so please don't ignore. So I will also do likewise to the second shoulder line. So can you see? So the next thing right now is to turn to the right side, and I have it relaxed this way. Can you see? Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is This, I will be using this ruffle, but it's not yet time, okay? Just for you to know that there is something I'm going to use to design the front part, okay? And it's going to look this way, but we have not gone to this part, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and seal up the armhole, because it's going to be harmless in this video. Seal the armhole up, and you can see the way the easiest way of sealing the armhole, okay? This is just the easiest way. So if you're making this, please follow this step, follow this method. Very, very easy and very, very important, okay? So what I'm doing right here is to use my pin and secure this armhole so that it will be easy for me to sew. So after done sewing, the next thing I'm going to make little cuts around this armhole, like I'm doing right here. So the next thing is to turn inside out and see how it looks like. And this is it. Can you see how perfect and neat it is? Can you see? So this will be repeated on the second side also. So if you like this tutorial, please kindly give it a thumbs up, okay? Now here is the second phase of this tutorial. Now this is the down part of this dress, okay? Now as you can see, it has 2 steps, but this is the first layer, okay? Now I have the width of this first layer to be 32 inches, while the length to be 22 inches, okay? So right now I'm going to go ahead and spread it out, and I have the upper one to be this is the upper part of the down part. I have the width also to be 32 inches, while the length 9 inches. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to place it on each other. So I'm going to place the upper one on the down part on the first layer. Can you see what I'm doing right here? So I'm going to place it very well. Now the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and sew the hem line. I'm going to hem it, sew the hem line of the 2 layers. This is the first layer, and the second layer I'm going to go ahead also and do that. So as you can see right now, I'm placing the shorter one on the longer one of the layer. So the next thing I'm going to do, like I've just said, I'm going to sew the down part of the shorter one also, just as I did to the down part. So as you can see, this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is just to go ahead and make a little gather. After placing my trimming on the hem line, I will now go ahead and place and make gathers or small pleats across the border line of these layers, okay, like this. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to come back and show you what it looks like. Can you see? This is what it looks like after making some small pleats across the border line. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is just to go ahead and place the edge of the upper part right here on the edge of the down part. You can see what I'm doing right here. So right now I'm going to use my pin to secure it. Okay, this is basically for the beginners, okay, so that it will not shake, it will align together properly. Okay, now the next thing after doing this, I will go ahead and sew from one edge to the other. Now as you can see, this is what I have after attaching the upper part to the down part. So the next thing is to attach my zipper. So I'm going to go ahead right now. So I want to believe that you have found this tutorial very, very helpful. If you have, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do that. And if you have found this tutorial helpful, feel free to share this video out and give it a big thumbs up. Thank you very, very much. So if you have any comments regarding this particular tutorial, drop your comments. Kindly drop your comments in the comment section. Okay, thank you very much. So till I come your way again, bye for now. Keep on watching, keep on sharing.